Plenty of sneak peeks and reaction today. Going Rogue by former Alaska Governor Sarah Palin gives readers an up-close, personal, and political look at the woman who would have been vice president. Is the memoir her first shot at aiming for a presidential campaign in 2012? If so, she's got her work cut out for her. There's a new poll that finds more than 50% of Americans would definitely not vote for her. MSNBC's chief Washington correspondent Norah O'Donnell joins us live from D.C. with more on this. Norah, I know that the poll also showed 60% of people said she wasn't qualified. And now in the midst of this whole book tour, you've got former McCain campaign aides firing out against her.
Wow is right, exactly. Those poll numbers are not good news for Sarah Palin as she embarks on this book tour that in just the first week will take her to nearly a dozen battleground states, the kind of states she would be campaigning in if in fact she wants to run for president in 2012. There's no indication that she does, but those poll numbers would be a pretty big speed bump. If she wanted to run, it would probably be almost impossible for her unless she changed those numbers around. So pretty significant. I think what's also noteworthy certainly is we're just learning more and more details, and as NBC News has obtained a copy of the book Going Rogue with Sarah Palin, and she appears on Oprah today, is that two of McCain's most senior strategists are saying that the book is full of all fiction, in their words. This is Republican on Republican blasting Sarah Palin, in part because Sarah Palin uses this book to settle some scores. She essentially takes on Nicole Wallace, who is a senior communications advisor, who she accuses essentially of being a double agent for Katie Couric, and blames her for that disastrous interview with Katie Couric. She also takes on Steve Schmidt, who was the former campaign manager, who she says tried to glamorize her daughter's pregnancy and also tried to fly in a nutritionist for her just days before the vice presidential debate. Those aides are calling this account in the book now all fiction. So this is just a beginning, although we've learned that McCain himself does not want his advisors to go on television, sort of continue this feud. They're hoping it will die down. But guess what? Sarah Palin's got a bunch of stops and a bunch more interviews to do. So I think we're going to hear more. Monica?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how far this back and forth goes. Norah O'Donnell, great to see you, Norah. Thanks.
My pleasure.
And those are the latest headlines. Nancy, back over to you.
That story's not going